What's going on, guys? It's your system specialist here with Joseph with Space Age. We wanted to go over a topic that gets brought up a lot of times. You guys all seen the photos of the fire pellets that we put out there, and usually we'll have a little red box with a green, what I call a greenie hanging off the end of it. And I've had people asking me, Joseph, what's this green thing? Why do you have this on your fire alarm control panel? And for us, it's about compliancy and being protected, right? And when I was able to talk to Joseph and he explained it to me, why, how come, and where in the code it came from, it made total sense. So let me let Joseph tell you a little bit more about this guy and what's it do.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So, for those of you that are not familiar with electrical surge suppression, this is the Space Age E120. We do have a kit that comes with this, the E120 V-GT. And what that does as a kit is it comes with the surge suppression device as well as the breaker lockout tab that's required at all of the different breakers that feed the 120 circuit. Now, a little bit about why the surge suppression is important. You brought code compliance to me. So up until recently, the National Electrical Code hadn't required surge suppression on these circuits. We live in areas now where we have a lot of brownouts. There's a lot of local interference with the electrical circuits. People may not think that they look at this and they think, oh, this is like lightning protection. It sure will work for lightning, because we want to take any over voltage and run it into ground, right? And so we want to take that additional load and run it to ground. That's what a surge suppressor is doing. This one in particular, though, what it will do is a couple of different things. One, before it sacrifices itself, is if it will actually trip the breaker before it sacrifices itself out, right? So you lose your LED, the device will stop working, but the breaker's been tripped so that it notifies somebody that there's something wrong. And when they try to turn it back on, the breaker will trip because the suppressor isn't going to allow that extra voltage, right? Now, the other important thing about these is we deal with surges on a regular basis. If you have air conditioning units, you have refrigerators, you've got these appliances that draw a lot of amperage in the building, they're going to run surges into the structure. So all of our life safety circuits now, as part of the National Electrical Code, will require a surge suppression device. If it's two-way communications for rescue assistance, fire alarm, emergency radios for the distributed antenna systems, amplifiers that you're running for your NAC appliances, for your power supplies, for your strobes and visual appliances, everything that has life safety circuits on it should and is required by the code to have a surge protection device on it. So this isn't like a fuse that you have at a power supply. This is going to take all of that additional load that's trying to feed into your power supply, and before it gets to it, it's going to drive it to ground and protect the equipment. I would much rather a contractor deals with the replacement of a $40 or $50 part than to have to replace the entire booster supply from a surge.
No, exactly. And the code is driving this. It's the electrical code because it's more of an electrical device.
Exactly. But you very rarely will see an electrical contractor get involved in that application of it because they're just providing power source, right? So we as an industry may have to step up and say, we're going to condition the power that's coming to our panels.
Right. So when you see fire alarm control panels and control panels out there with the surge suppressor on, you know that they're doing it right and they're trying to protect, because there's been times that we've gone out in the middle of the night and having to replace an entire system because of surge or lightning strikes or brownouts and something to that nature, where this guy will save that of trying to find the program, right? And that's where the dock box comes in that, things like that might not be there. So even on your existing systems, if you don't have surge protection on there, you might think about putting it on there. Especially if you live in California and you have all these rolling blackouts and things like that, that's going to save you, $50, $100 if it would, to save that time, man. Joseph, it's well worth it.
It's well worth it, man. Well worth it.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for showing us and talking to us a little bit about that.
Absolutely, man. Thank
you. Guys, stay blessed.